Welcome back to TheChowTimePod. Your host, Red. I got a video today from Tip Network. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that. Let's get that chow. So I covered the Joy Taylor on another video, but apparently this is such a big story. We're probably going to be covering this for quite a bit longer, but here's Tip Network on it.
The Joy Taylor fiasco has taken over the internet. I don't wish none of the people at Fox Television strife, but what I want to say is this, because this is something that needs to be addressed. If you hire 5 trained soldiers, their job is to protect things. They've been trained to protect things. They are professionals at their job. If you hire them to protect your house, you got 5 trained soldiers guarding your house. They know what they're doing from experience at the workplace and in the field. You can pretty much bank on them getting the job done. Listen to this. If you put a in the house, everything gonna fall apart.
It is true. 100% true. And this is why I don't think women really belong in the military, and especially in combat roles. Because when it comes in combat roles and this scenario type thing happens, guess what? Your soldiers aren't gonna act like soldiers anymore. They're gonna act like white knights.
Everything gonna fall apart. If you put a woman who will sleep with 2 guys who know each other in that house that the men have been so good and efficient at protecting, that house gonna fall apart. Guaranteed. If a woman will sleep with 2 guys who know each other, she could destroy a nation.
Damn, Corey. Spitting facts.
She could destroy a nation. This is the power of a HORDE. She is going to disrupt every bit of training, all the professionalism, everything. If you had a town full of 100 people, productive people, they build the town up. They have turned this town into something to be proud of. Put 3 HORDE in that town, they'll destroy that town. They will destroy that town.
This is why I can't even say the word. Sleeping around is horrible for men and women, especially women.
A HORDE is the same thing as a virus. It's the exact same thing. Men and women who work together in a workplace are going to fall apart if you put a HORDE in the middle of those men.
I am a fan of anarchy and interesting, so I'm not upset about it at all. Balls fixes everything. I prefer brains over balls, but that's just me. But balls, Paul. I'm built for softness and good times and prosperity.
Good times. Is that what everybody was enjoying with you?
I'm not built for hard times and adversity. Nice guys, huh? Nice guys finished last.
The 42-page, that's right, 42-page suit names several defendants, including Fox Sports Executive Vice President Charlie Dixon and even host Joy Taylor. Faraji alleges Dixon grabbed her buttocks at a birthday party, and when she relayed the encounter to Taylor, the Fox host allegedly told her to, quote, get over it, end quote.
I took it a step further, as I always do, and I dubbed them princess boys because clearly they want the princess treatment. Why? It's so much more this. No,
Allegedly, Miss Taylor was smashing the big boss.
Times.
50 times?
More.
100 times?
More.
200 times?
More.
500 times?
Probably.
I guess he might be the horniest man in America, huh?
And being a woman of substance and means, I can provide that for them.
Skip and Shannon Undisputed. Yeah, we co-host, but this is your show. So I owe you a little gratitude. But Joy better not ask me. I mean, Joy, my girl, but Joy better not ask me when I'm coming back. You know what I'm saying? I mean, me and Joy cool, but we go, you know.
My turn! You told me it was my turn.
You can talk all that you want to, yell and scream, you lost.
It is my turn.
You lost the game.
I want to pay my debt.
You gonna let me talk, Ocho? It's my turn.
Now, there's things that I want in exchange for taking care of a princess boy.
But truly, in the sports industry, I do not know anyone that is more impressive in every way, shape, or form than the one and only Joy Taylor.
Come on, man.
I gotta take a moment to shout out my co-host Joy Taylor.
This brother's simp jitsu level is through the roof.
Taylor, a woman, a black woman, daily show, sports. Do you all realize how hard it is to get into the position that she is in?
You know what's harder? I'm just gonna throw this out there. An Asian man? I don't think I've seen any really Asian men in sports broadcasting. Just saying.
It's hard to do. Enjoy you,
but it's okay. Who
so
cares?
Congratulations.
We don't.
I personally don't.
Miss Taylor again uses her sexuality to get on a show. Miss Taylor asked Miss Faraji to meet her for lunch in Beverly Hills. Arrived, she found Miss Taylor with a man, Emmanuel Ocho. Miss Taylor confirmed and explained she wanted Mr. Ocho to eventually recommend her on the show Speak for Yourself.
If Joy Taylor is able to sleep her way to the top and be able to get on both shows, not because of her talent, not because of her merit, but because of her pretty privilege and her willingness, if true, allegedly to open up her legs to men, and in order to be able to get her position, then y'all should be ashamed for even trying to be equal to men in that way, because that's something that we'll never be able to do. You want our privilege, you want us to be able to share our resources, you want equal work for equal pay. Well, what kind of equal work does she put in order to be able to get her position?
Yep.
Shower sex is one of the most overrated, romanticized experiences you could ever have. 69 is like a seesaw in hell. You're either choking or bored, and no one's really enjoying the ride. Can we just keep it a buck? If they're fine enough, if they're funny enough, or if their financial status is what you want. Fine, funny, fucking money. You're throwing all boundaries.
Am I tripping? I didn't realize she was black. Am I that like colorblind right now? Like, she really does not look black to me at all. Although, like, is she wearing fake hair and stuff? Is that what's tricking me right now?
Standards. That is what men are interested in behaving like. I feel like I can do that. I can be that person for you. I can give you an experience you've never had. So
what I'm saying to you, at FS1, FS2, whatever is going on, this is the work of now. Cake and men is the reason we can't in harmony. The don't get. Why are we fighting with each other over these?
Yep, 100%.
Because cake and men think they can cuff the whore and turn her into his. You can't. That lady belongs to everybody.
The streets.
And she shouldn't be at the workplace. Because the workplace, if you want to make the workplace productive, you can't have a whore around. She gonna offset the workplace. What are you talking about? This is common sense. Nobody's saying it like that.
It really is common sense. This is why women really disrupt all workplaces, especially men-dominated workplaces. This is why a lot of them don't want to hire women anymore, because it's just too much hassle.
If you got
controversy,
a whore and she's sleeping with one of the guys up there, that actually can be leveled out. But when you got a whore and she slept with this guy up there and that guy up there, weak men and whore gonna destroy and burn down everything that people trying to be productive with. Guaranteed. Guaranteed.
I mean, those are the two biggest things in society that we have an issue with, right? Simps and prostitutes.
As always, we can only guarantee to tell you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth as we see it. So there's nothing left to do but get on into it. And we're going to go deep. Again. How deep? Deeper than Atlantis on this one because the rabbit hole is endless. Ladies, gentlemen, and polite savages, apparently something is going on at the friggin' freak-off Fox Sports Network. According to this lawsuit, a lot of dipping and diving, slipping and sliding, a lot of take that. Diddy doing the Diddy walk, but he already in jail. Well, it seems like not only Diddy, but a whole lot of folks, them light bright executives over there, getting it in the way they want to.
We are on the cusp of 2025, and I don't do New Year's resolutions. I do a word that I kind of manifest for the entire year, which is discipline.
She was married and then divorced because the ex-husband found out about her and Charlie. It also talks about how she was engaged to Earl Watson, right? Basketball player. And that was called off, excuse me, very much, because he found out and got receipts of the relationship as well. Sounds like a deposition in the making of two individuals. Boy, I don't see either one of them telling any lies.
You were not offended by what Tiger did when he was at the height of his game, cheated on his wife, blah, blah, blah.
Well, I'm not his wife. I mean, I'm sure that sounds very callous and cold, but I just don't know what that has to do with me.
I don't think that all men cheat. I have been with men who haven't cheated. I know men who do not cheat. I have friends that are in relationships that do not cheat. There is no thing you can do to keep yourself from getting cheated on.
Also says she slept with Emmanuel Acho in hopes and efforts to get a show with him. Well, the most damning part about that is that actually happened. They got a show together. Coincidence?
I think not.
Or causality.
Because coming up in the game, in the corporate game, startups or whatever you had it, there were always two types of ladies. There was the ultra boss babe and there was the vixen boss babe. That vixen boss babe walked around looking extra good in the office. A little buttons unbuttoned, a little cleavage showing, a little sultry eye contact, and they were really open with their speech. I can tell you stories upon stories. But one of the stories that comes to mind is that I was in this little startup and the lady who was the head of HR actually got fired for propositioning one of the managers. And this is human resources.
HR.
Well, the resource she was looking for was human, all right. But my goodness, it's nothing new under the sun because people are people and some of them don't know how to control themselves. Oh, would you be surprised that it's not only men who would compromise somebody, but women would compromise somebody too? But back to this.
See the three of you guys working, and Joy, you so beautiful in terms of inside out and smart. You really the point guard up here doing your thing.
Beyond.
But you've been doing it on all the shows. Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate
because
that.
a lot of women of color are sitting in this seat because of you.
A lot of pandering going on, but really.
Thank you.
Don't forget that.
I don't. I take it very seriously.
Because this whole generation of media talents and the infusion of women as the host, and you know, every show used to have a man, and a woman, and she had to be pretty, and she had to look a certain way, etc. She the blonde or the beautiful lady, and she's not adding much to the show. Remember that whole narrative, which is real to some degree.
Yeah,
just got realer.
I don't want jokes.
Would Belichick do that? Would Bill Walsh do that? Would Sean McVay?
The first thing I thought was Brian Flores would literally never.
You know who thinks that's funny? Dumb people.
Here's when I think that's funny. If Andy Reid does that, that's funny.
Well,
Andy Reid.
Because he's a legend.
Exactly. That's when I think that's funny.
She kind of just said, oh, if I like him, he can do whatever he wants.
Tampa in Los Angeles. It's like we got all. I mean, two cities have glommed all the championships and players.
Just became such a real narrative that you look at everything with a different context, different hosts, different shows in this respect.
Charlie Dixon wanted her to be involved with my show, and so we brought her in for a test, and I didn't think the test went well. Joy Taylor's probably 25, 26 years old. I mean, I got a lot of discipline, but 25-year-old with them big cans and that peanut butter skin who has nothing to say.
Keep that freaky shit on your page on my uncle.
Keep it in your pants, brother.
Don't come this way with that freaky ass shit.
At some point, I'm going to lose respect, and I'm like, well, the only thing she's got to offer is them big cans and that peanut butter skin. And so if I got to put up with this, I might as well enjoy them big cans.
Yeah. I don't hate on them.
Now, polite savages, I don't know what's more wild. Maybe you can help me out with this. Is it with allegedly Joy Taylor sleeping with the whole Fox Sports Net crew? I said allegedly. Don't sue me, sis. Banging it out on the anchor tables with different men in different positions. And I'm not talking about sex positions. Get your mind out the gutter. What I'm talking about is all these other brother-in-arms in different hierarchical positions, where you have one sports anchor like Shannon Sharpe, Emmanuel Acho, to the top dogs, the big boss, Charlie Dixon, or when Jason Whitlock goes and describe Miss Joy Taylor with her peanut butter skin and her oh so big cans.
It was known that
She has
Fox
two
was
big
looking
assets,
for a
for
woman
sure.
with significant TV experience to also star. Therefore, it came as a surprise when Fox announced that Miss Taylor, who was a bartender and a radio host in Miami with very little experience, would be the moderator of the new show, a sports debate program, Skip and Shannon Undisputed. Mr. Bayless.
I mean, that sleeping to the top, women actually earning their position, earning their career, wage gap. It all's coming in right now, huh? There's a reason why there's an age gap. You don't qualify.
Later disclosed to Mr. Faraji that he did not want Miss Taylor on the show. Damn! But Mr. Dixon was adamant that Miss Taylor should star. This is according to the lawsuit. Well, we can all see how she earned it. Skip didn't want it, but his good friend over there on the right, Charlie Dixon, vice president of content there, said, hey, Skip, do this as a personal favor to me. Miss Nushin Faraji here, who filed the lawsuit, contends that is how Joy Taylor got her job at Fox. She'd been a bartender, then she'd been on Miami radio. What qualifies her for Miami radio to be a sports host? D cups go a long damn way. Triple D cups go a long damn way, coast to coast. D cups go a long way, coast to coast.
Where a lot of X comments out there on these internet streets saying how this incident has pushed back women 15 to 20 years in being sports commentators. Where all you gotta do is sacrifice a pound of flesh, pull up them skirts when the big boss is stressed, undress and get willing and able to do anything the big man wants when he wants it, like bending these ladies over the table. Now, I'm not saying that all these ladies go and do this, but
sex is a networking tool. Is that what we're going to be calling it? I need to network some more. I'll tell my girlfriend.
But I'd be remiss to say that this thought has been playing all day on many men's minds, as I'm sure that you have, just as I have, seen many women have been elevated in positions of authority and management by simply spreading wide open their legs and using that hustle.
No, we know plenty of women that don't belong in their position, and they're keeping their position because we can't say anything about it because they're sleeping with the boss, or now they're in a position now that they're powerful enough that nobody can touch them.
Box to get the management spots from the big boss.
My problem with Joy Taylor,
I didn't realize Shannon Sharpe was a part of like the big issue here. Come on, Shannon.
The feminist attitude. It's the hypocrisy. It's the finger wagging. It's the, oh, I've worked so much harder than everybody else and I earned all of this.
Wake up call, same time. How would I not know how hard it is to do the show I work on? You have to constantly reaffirm that you are good enough, that you belong there, and then always prove it. You gotta do twice.
Yeah, you gotta keep, taking that pipe.
It's the work to get half the opportunity. But that, to me, the mentality I've always had on it is that's just going to make me better. So that's why I'm excellent.
She's the embodiment of the modern women, young modern women. They will literally use their body in any way, shape, or form to get whatever they want. It could be a high position, it could be clout, it could be money, it could be Birkin bags.
Because I had to be. I couldn't be average. I couldn't be okay. I couldn't be late. I couldn't complain. I couldn't say no. Now I do.
That sounds completely different hearing it now.
So polite
Does,
savages,
right?
polite ladies,
Kinda
savages,
does sound
ladies
different.
that are watching us and judging us for speaking the truth that we see fit. We are only simply echoing the sentiments that men think and feel when we see the double speak that ladies like Joy Taylor say and proclaim that they've done it under their own power and their merit. When it's all revealed when they got underneath a man that can promote them as he's clapping them cheeks, ramrodding that roast beef, making them queef, exposing these hustle harlots doing the most.
She has run around putting herself on a pedestal and wagging her finger at everybody else and talking about all that she's overcome when she's really overcome nothing. And she should have spent all of her time talking to people about how grateful she was to get the opportunities that she's been given and how she jumped in line because of those big cans and peanut butter skin and her willingness, according to New Sheen, to share those big cans and peanut butter skin.
So apparently, in order to move up in this corporate world and you're a nice looking lady, you got a couple of options. You can grind all the way down to the bone, or you can grind a different bone, if you know what I'm saying. Yes, I'm being hyperbolic, but let's just go on and get it out there in the open. There's nothing new about somebody sleeping their way all the way up to the top. And I'm not saying that this is the only way that ladies get up there, but I am saying that everybody knows that some ladies, they get in and get it the way to get it good and get on up there to that corporate ladder.
And I was seeing, cause I go on Reddit to look for memes to share with you guys, or steal their memes to share with you guys. Whatever. I've been seeing a lot of Joy Taylor memes, and I was wondering what was going on.
Look over everybody and say, yo, the ends justified the meme.
The last part of this, though, that I will also add, is that when you're talking about people who are in the entertainment industry, when you're talking about people who have access to a variety of different spaces, you can't apply that to everyone's lifestyle. And generally, if you have more access and temptation, it makes it more difficult to stay on the rails. Now, I'm not saying that your man isn't cheating because he doesn't have the opportunity to. I'm just saying that those sensibilities change as well.
I was pretty clueless what's going on until I've watched like the Melanie King one, the one I reacted to earlier, now this one. Man, women love to, talk on the side of their mouths, right? They love to say that they achieve this, they do all these, I don't need no man, and all these things. But in the true end, the true reveal of things, they always need men. Men have always propped them up to where they are. It's just what men do. And this is what women do. Take advantage of it. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that. I'll catch you guys next time.